Back should be perfectly straight. First, deep exhalation, followed by deep inhalation. Then, retain the breath for as long as possible. And during this process, relax your physical body and make sure the mind is focusing only on the breath. So, when the mind and the breath are connected, the mind automatically gets quietened. So, no other thought should be entertained except the thought of the pranayama, breathing. So, do this a few times, then you will see that your mind gets quietened automatically. So, this process, one should quieten the mind, and when the mind is totally quietened and peaceful, one should do dhyanam, nididhyasanam on the supreme truth, which is called Brahman. So, Upanishad mantra clearly says, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. That Jalaniti Shanta Upasita. Shanta Upasita. So, the quietened mind, the calm mind, peaceful mind, Upasita, do Dhyanam, Upasana, which is now called Nididhyasanam, because this should be done after studying the Vedanta Shastras. And so, here Brahman, one should do Dhyanam as what? Idam sarvam khalu. Idam sarvam. everything around us is verily, means in reality, only the only absolute reality around us is this Brahman. Absolute reality is Brahman, and from this absolute reality arises the relatively real universe. That's why Tat Jalan, Brahman is called Tat Jalan. Tat, from that principle, Tat Jalan means Srishti Sthiti Layam, creation, sustenance, dissolution happens. So that relatively real universe, and as part of that, our physical existence, physical body, mind, sense organs, intellects, thoughts, emotions, everything is actually only seemingly real. There is no absolute reality. But because of ignorance, we identify ourselves with our physical body, sense organs, mind, intellects, thoughts, emotions, positions, possessions, relationships, and everything. And this goes on, so on and so forth. And so all this belongs to the material plane, matter principle, and matter can never be constant. It is subject to ups and downs. And so once the mind is connected with these objects, the mind also goes through ups and downs, sometimes happy, sometimes sorrowful, sometimes depressed. So unless we understand that all that is happening around us is only relatively real, seemingly real, there is no absolute reality. The only absolute reality is supreme truth, is Brahman. We'll continue to face variations in our thoughts. So the Upanishad mantra says that since this Brahma Tattvam is infinite, Brihattamatvat Brahma permeates everything, the entire universe. This Brahman is of the nature of pure consciousness, absolute existence, absolute bliss. To make the dhyanam, nididhyasanam more easier, Upanishad mantras point out that the same Brahman is the Atman. It is your own true nature. Supreme reality is your own true nature. Atman and Brahman are one and the same. Jivo Brahmaiva Naparaha. So, Upanishad mantras urges you to study the Vedanta Shastras, understand that your own true nature is Atman. One aspect of Atman is Anandam. Means what? Absolute bliss. So the mantra says, when you do Nididhyasanam, understand that your own true nature is that of absolute bliss. Yato vacho nivartante apraapya manasa saha anandam brahmano vidvan na bibheti kutascha neti. Anandam brahmano vidvan. So Anandam Brahmanaha, Ananda Atma, Ananda Atma Brahma Pucham Pratishtha. So my true nature, our true nature is that of pure bliss. That principle which cannot be explained by words, that which cannot be comprehended by the outward going mind, can be realized as one's own true nature when you experience supreme bliss. So, the supreme bliss is experienced by all living beings during deep sleep. Unfortunately, our mind is not able to cognize that. Same state of experience of deep sleep, you are able to acquire, establish during waking state, then you are ever established in Brahman. That's called Turiyam, Chaturtham Turiyam. So, Anandam Brahmano Vidwan. So here the focus is knowledge, understanding. Anandam is my true nature. Pure bliss is my true nature. I'll never be subject to ups and downs. That happens with respect to the world and my thoughts and emotions. So what happens? Nabibheti kutaschaneti. So you reach a state of fearlessness. State of fearlessness, absolute state of fearlessness is the state of Atmajnanam, Brahmajnanam. And so this Atmajnanam or Brahmajnanam is called knowledge of absolute reality, bestows supreme bliss and immortality. So how to proceed systematically to understand our own true nature, Atman as Brahman. Let us continue with the Gita Shastram. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parambrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Vishaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarvalokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Tadashivasamaramбhaಂ Shankaracharya-madhyamam Asmadacharya-paryantam Vande Guru-paramparam Shrutismriti-purananam Karunadayam Namami Bhagavad-pada-shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra-bhashya-katam Vande Bhagavanto Punah-punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti-bheda-vibhagine व्योमवत्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः अपारकरुणा सिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखरगुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्महम् ॐ. All of you now sit straight. Switch on cameras. Chant Yam Brahma loudly. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunmanti Dimyaistavaihi Vedai Sangha Padakramopanishadair Gayanti Yam Samagaha ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः ॐ श्रीकृष्णाय परमात्मने नमः. Now let's stand this important 6 shlokas. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatye Namaha, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Teshamevanukampartham Ahamajnanajam Tamaha Nashayamyatmabhavasthaha Jnanadipena Bhasvata ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योतिः तमसः परमुच्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्य विष्ठितं न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते तत्स्वयं योगसंसिद्धः कालेनात्मनि विन्दति ज्ञानेन तु तदज्ञानम् येषां नाशितमात्मनः तेषामादित्यवज्ञानं प्रकाशयति तत्परं यथैधांसि समिद्धोऽग्निः भस्मसात् कुरुतेऽर्जुन ज्ञानाग्निः सर्वकर्माणि भस्मसात् कुरुते तथा यस्य सर्वे समारम्भाः कामसङ्कल्पवर्जिताः ज्ञानाग्निदग्धकर्माणं तमाहुः पण्डितं बुधाः. ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Now chant the important 5 shlokas. श्रीभगवानुवाच दैवी हेषा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यया मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतां तरन्ति ते अनन्याश्चिन्तयन्तो मां ये जनाः पर्युपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं महाम्यहम्. मत्तः परतरं नान्यत् किञ्चिदस्ति धनञ्जय मयि सर्वमिदं प्रोतं सूत्रे मणिगणा इव ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां हृद्देशेऽर्जुन तिष्ठति भ्रामयन् सर्वभूतानि यन्त्रारूढानि मायया. So, what is the ultimate truth? प्रपंचो यदि विद्येत निवर्तेत न संशयः मायामात्रमिदं द्वैतम् अद्वैतं परमार्थतः Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. अथ श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता एकादशोऽध्यायः विश्वरूपदर्शनयोगः। ॐ नारायणः परो व्यक्तात् अण्डमं व्यक्तसम्भवम् अण्डस्यान्तस्त्विमे लोकाः सप्तद्वीपा च मेदिनी। ॐ So I'll chant shloka number 41 or 40, 41, 42 together. We will chant together. Shloka 41 first. Arjuna uvacha sakheti matva prasabham yaduktam he Krishna he Yadava he sakheti ajanata mahimanam tavedam maya pramadat pranayena vapi यच्चावहासार्थमहस् यच्छावहासा यच्छावहासार्थमसत्कृतोऽसि विहारशय्यासनभोजनेषु एकोऽथवाप्यच्युत तत्समक्षम् तत्क्षां तत्क्षामये त्वामहमप्रमेयम्। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Hardam Swagatam, hearty welcome to the next session on the 11th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, which is called as Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga. And the key message of the 11th chapter is a visual representation of the Upanishadic truth. What is the Upanishadic truth? That the entire relative universe emerges from the absolutely real, absolute truth, Brahma Tattvam, and it is sustained in Brahman, finally merges in Brahman. Means absolute reality is a substratum for everything. So what appears in between, that is only relatively real. Similarly, our own physical body, this particular life, what we are experiencing, is only what? Absolutely real or relatively real? Huh? At least in Gita class, Vedanta class, you can what? Clearly say with confidence that all this is only relatively real, seemingly real. So this is not something absolute. But what happens? Once we finish the Gita class, Vedanta class, back to square one. Mind, what? Totally forgets about our true nature. We merge. We merge into the what? Relatively real, mindfully merges in the world. And so, like the world goes through ups and downs, all our what? Thoughts, emotions, people around us. All people around us always what? Peaceful, calm, good. Huh? It's so many different kinds of entities, right? Call them specimens. So, because of their behavior or whatever, no, then your mind gets upset. And so we go through all these different emotions. Why? Why is the mind constantly in a state of disturbance or not able to attain peace? What is the answer? Simple answer. Because we are given reality to what the mind is perceiving about the relatively real, seemingly real world. Once you attach importance to it, then your mind starts getting disturbed. Yes or no? Suppose there is a huge disaster has happened maybe 5,000 miles away from you. Your mind will get what? Disappointed, depressed, no, sorrowful, worryful, no, totally down. Is it so? It is somewhere. Okay, please take care. So we'll say. And what happens? You don't really, doesn't affect your mind. But because you are not given importance to it, please understand that is the secret. You are not given importance to something happening in the remote place. But when it happens very close to you, something happens to your physical body, some kind of ailment, or somebody close to you, something happens. Some things that don't happen the way you expect because you are given reality to it. What happens? Your mind goes through ups and downs. So it is first you have to understand that this entire matter principle and things around you are unreal, and constantly study the Vedanta Shastras to make it the natural thought. Today, our natural thought is what? The world is real. Correct, Ken? World is all around things happening the real. And so accordingly, along with them, our mind goes through ups and downs. So that is natural Brahmajnanam, or knowledge of reality or knowledge of my true nature, happens once in a way, like a flash during the Vedanta classes, but that should be extended, carried over, and you should be established in that truth. And once you're established in that absolute reality, Brahma Tattvam, Atma Tattvam, so Shoka Mohe Vidhuya, go beyond all Shoka and Moha, establish in pure bliss. So that is the process. And so here Bhagavan is visually showing that the entire universe is resting on the Supreme. Ishvara Tattvam arises from that, is sustained in it, and finally dissolved. And so, when Bhagavan showed the Vishwarupa Darshanam to Arjuna, initially Arjuna is very happy. So, like we all go sightseeing. When you see new things, we are very happy or wonderstruck. Ah, so beautiful things to see. Then later what happens? Look at something that is not so pleasurable. So Arjuna looked at the aspect of Bhagavan, which is what? Layakartha, the ground of dissolution. Param Nidhanam. Underline the word Param Nidhanam. So when all the warriors are being what? Totally destroyed, he gets fearful. And finally he asks the question to Bhagavan, who are you? What is that role you are doing here? Bhagavan himself is saying that I have taken the role of the mighty time and also the role of what? Destroyer of the people at the appropriate time. So you don't need any more proof. So I keep on saying that from Brahman only what happens? Creation, sustenance, dissolution or extinction happens. So Bhagavan himself has told that I am doing this role. So when the appropriate time comes, the time itself will take care of the eventuality. Bhagavan says, I've taken that role, and dissolving is not a normal process. So the nature of representation is different. And after Bhagavan explained this, Arjuna was overcome with what? Devotion to the Supreme, because it's extremely powerful. Supreme, he has seen visually, unlike us, where we are studying only through text, right? We are studying Gita, Upanishad. Anything you see pictorially is more powerful, yes or no? When you see something pictorially, it's very powerful. It goes and sits in the mind, and you keep on recollecting again and again and again. Very powerful. Whereas what we study, do we recollect? We forget. Any mantra, any shloka, any subhashita. We ask again, difficult to recollect. Whereas picture goes and sits in the mind very strongly. That's why somehow Bhagavan wants to move Arjuna from stage A to B to C to finally make him stand up and fight. So whatever he is asking, so Arjuna asks, I want to see Vishwarupam. Okay. So somehow he wants him to get out of the delusion. So from fear, he moves to what? Devotion. So we call this kind of devotion filled with fear. Bhaya bhakti, we say. Fear out of, devotion out of fear. So in this form, he explains, or from his knowledge, he explains the Vishwarupam in various forms. That means what? Some of them are understandable normally. Some require knowledge of Vedanta Shastras. Explain that. And now suddenly he remembers that when not in this Vishwarupam, when earlier, during his earlier days, when he was moving along with Lord Krishna as a friend, what has he done, Arjuna? Arjuna has called out Krishna by different names. Popularly what? Hey Krishna, hey Yadava, hey Saka. So many things are there. Some few examples have been given here. And so he's saying that Ajanata, that means what? Without knowing your greatness, your Mahimanam, your greatness, this Vibhuti, and your what? Tava, supply the word, Vishwarupam, your true nature of the Supreme, which is what? Ishvara Tattvam. I have uttered these words. So sometimes I have been what? In a mood where I was teasing you for the sake of fun. So Yat cha avahasartham. So avahasartham, parihasartham. See, avahasam, parihasam. Both are synonyms. So parihasam means parisamantat hasyam. That means what? Totally making fun. So avahasartham in jest. Okay. So avahasa in for the sake of fun or jest. Asatkritaha. Something that is not auspicious. In a very disrespectful way I have spoken. And also while playing together, no, sleeping, sitting together or eating, either in private or in public, I have not spoken the right way. So please forgive me. Because you are the incomprehensible, aprameyam, write down aprameyam, unexplainable, incomprehensible, supreme truth. So look at the Shankara Bhashyam for 41 and 42. Very small but key points Acharya is saying. Sakha iti, sakha, samana vayaha, same age. Sakha itself means what? Same age, friend. Samana vayaha means what? Vayaha means age, same age. Itimatva, jnatva. So something he was thinking. His thinking was that Krishna was the same age, but he did not know the real true nature of Bhagavan. So matva, jnatva, viparita buddhaya. That means what? Not understanding the actual reality of Bhagavan. Exactly opposite. Viparitam means what? Opposite of what Bhagavan. That no, Krishna Paramatma is supreme truth, but he didn't know. Opposite way it understood as a normal person. Prasabham abhibhuya prasahya yatu uktam he Krishna he Yadava he Saketi. So I have spoken to you in a hastily or in a no, in a way I couldn't recollect. I mean, I didn't know that your true nature. I have spoken in a way disrespectful. Ajanata ajnanina moodhena. Kim ajanata iti? Why was this ignorance there? Acharya is putting the question. Naha mahimanam mahatmyam tabaidam ishvarasya vishwarupam. Write down. I keep on saying Ishvara Tattvam. So don't attach physically the name Krishna or the form of Krishna to this Vishwarupam. So Acharya is bringing again and again these points. So Ishvarasya Vishwarupam. So this great majestic form, supreme form of Ishvara, I did not know. So Ishvara here doesn't mean Shiva. Ishvara means the Lord. Okay. Then Tabaidam Mahimanam Ajanata iti Vayyadhikaranyena Sambandhaha. So basically here Acharya is saying a grammatical thing. What is being explained here as Tabaidam Mahimanam Ajanata, that I did not know your true nature, is what this expression is consistent with his behavior. See, his behavior represented a display of what? Casualness. Why? Because he couldn't apprehend the true nature. So Acharya Shankara says that the ajnanam or the ignorance is consistent with his behavior. The ignorance and the behavior are together. And once he got this jnanam, is what once he got here, now he is able to see the real nature. He is seeking forgiveness. So due to carelessness or affection. So now, sometimes what is happening? He is saying that yacha iti, yacha avahasartham. See, parihasa prayojanaya. I told you, no, avahasam and parihasam. In fact, I did not read the Bhasham. I'm reading right now in front of you. Yat cha avahasartham parihasa prayojanaya asatkritaha paribhutaha asi bhavasi tvam kwa viharashayyasana bhojaneshu. Write down the vyuttati for this. Viharanam viharaha pada vyayamaha. So viharam means what? There is one shloka, you remember? Yuktahara viharasya yukta cheshtasya karmasu yukta swapnavabodhascha yogi bhavati dukkhaha. What is the advice there? In Dhyana Yoga, Acharya is saying that one has to have a regulated life for doing Dhyanam, for sitting and doing Dhyanam for 5 minutes like you're doing in the class. Your entire day is not properly regulated day after day, not just one day. That is a big problem with all these meditation courses. They don't know that proper Dhyanam cannot happen without a regulated life. Yuktahara viharasya. Yuktahara means what? Right proportion, moderation in diet and food. Yukta vihara. So viharaha, Acharya's definition what? Padam vyayamaha. Sitting and doing exercise is not vihara. Are you getting the point? You have to get up and walk. Means what? Our Vedic culture didn't say only sit in one place and keep on chanting. And vihara is important. Walking is important. You're able to do running, walking. Padam, understand? Padam vyayamaha. Padam means what? Legs. Vyayam means what? Exercise. Okay. So, can play what? Football, whatever. Is not, don't think just because you're playing some games, you are not following Vedic way of life. That's why all this Acharya's Bhasham is important. Padam vyayamaha. Walking. You all should know. Mahapariva always walked from place to place. Thousands of kilometers, or no? That is the best exercise. Walking. And when Periva walks very fast, other people have to run behind. Never ever he boarded any car. So, see, Mahaprabhu is following exactly Acharya Shankara. Padam Vyayamaha. That is Viharaha for Mahans. Okay. Shayanam. Shaya means what? Doing sleeping, reclining. Asanam. Asthayika. That means what? While sitting down. Bhojanam. Adanam. While eating. Iti. Eteshu. Like means etc. etc. In these different what? Kind of activities. What I have done, that's why vihara shayyasana bhojaneshu. Bhojaneshu is there, no, etc. Ekaha parokshaha san asatkritaha. Paroksha means what? Without what? Paroksham, pratyaksham. Pratyaksham means what? Together. Paroksham means other people don't know. San asatkritaha asi paribhutaha asi athava api he achyuta tat samaksham tat shabdaha kriya visheshanarthaha pratyaksham. So tat kshamam means what? In public, and separately in privacy is ekaha, in privacy. Asi tat sarvam aparadha jatam. It has been a huge mistake from me. Kshamaye, please forgive me. Kshamam karaye. Tvam aham aprameyam pramanatitam. Write down. Pramana atitam. One who is beyond any comprehension, incomprehensible, immeasurable. So, Arjuna has asked for forgiveness. And so he is saying that, why should you forgive me? He is saying in shloka number 43. Arjuna uvacha pitasi lokasya characharasya tvamasya pujyascha gururgariyan natvat samostyabhyadikah krutonyah lokatrayepya pratima prabhava.
पितासि लोकस्य चराचरस्य त्वमस्य पूज्यश्च गुरुर्गरीयान् न तत्त्वत्समोऽस्त्यक् समोऽस्त्यभ्यधिकः कुतोऽन्यः लोकत्रयेऽप्यप्रतिमप्रभाव.
Very good. Also, slightly difficult to chant. So the clue is where you should stop. When you stop at the take a small breath, you'll know exactly how to chant properly. Follow me slowly. Arjuna uvacha pitasi lokasya characharasya tvamasya pujyascha gururgariyan natvat. Stop there. Natvat samoschabhyadikah kutonyah lokatrayepya pratima prabhava. Got it? All of you? Practice this. Go to the recording, listen exactly where to stop, and then chant. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So he's saying indirectly, just like a father will forgive the son, supposedly. Sometimes the father is very angry, doesn't forgive. Generally, father will forgive. He's saying, you are the father of this world. Now, once again, from great grandfather is suddenly made Bhagavan the father. And also the Lord of everything that is moving, and all things are also stationary. You are the Lord. Means what is the creator, sustainer, dissolver of everything that is both moving and stationary. You are the most adorable one. Means what? If you want to adore somebody, adore Bhagavan. Don't keep on spending your time adoring somebody else, something else. And the greatest teacher, the real Jagat Guru, teacher of teachers, the most superior teacher. So, what? There is no one equal to you. So, none can equal the Supreme Bhagavan. Again, he says, how can there be anything or anybody superior to you? So, your power is totally unmatched in all the three worlds. So, since you are extremely great, so he is supplying the reason why he should be forgiven. So, he has asked for forgiveness and addressing Bhagavan by all these different what? Stuti. Write down. Stuti means prayers and praiseworthy words. Now look at the Padavibhaga Anvaya to understand better. Pita asi lokasya characharasya tvam asya pujyaha cha guruhu gariyan na Samaha. One word. So you should know exactly where to make the word. Samaha. Na Samaha asti. Abhyadikaha. You able to get all the words? Slightly difficult, right? Na Samaha asti. Abhyadikaha kutaha. Anyaha. Lokatraye is one word. Api. Lokatraye api. Apratima prabhava. One word. Don't call it pratima prabhava. Apratima prabhava. Clear? Now, also got the Padavibhaga. Slightly complicated, but you're able to break the word exactly right place? Yes? Okay. Now look at the Anvaya. Asi pita. Pita asi. So, asi pita. Asya lokasya. It's very important. So, characharasya is there, no? There asya you take lokasya. When lokasya comes, asya lokasya. So, asya lokasya, asya jagataha. You're all what? Off. Shashti vibhakti. Asya lokasya, characharasya. So, that is one group. So, asi pita asya lokasya characharasya. Second group. Tvam pujyaha cha guruhu gariyan. Second group. Clear? When you make the sloka in different groups, easier to understand. For the second group, Tvam pujyaha cha guruhu gariyan. Then, asti na tvat samaha kutaha anyaha abhyadikaha. Now you see, so nicely it falls in place. See, asti na tvat samaha kutaha anyaha abhyadikaha. Are you able to get Anvaya correctly so far? Anybody can confirm, or so seriously no making notes? Huh? Somebody can confirm because okay, following good. So that is the next group. Then what? Last one, final stuti, apratima prabhava lokatraye api. So you got the different groups clear? Anvaya is clear now? Can you confirm? PVA team, somebody? Huh? Okay. Now, very good. Asi pita. Asi means you are. What? Pita, Janayita. So you are the what? Father, Supreme Father of what? First creator. I mean the only creator from whom the next creator. Brahmaji himself is created by Supreme. So you are the father of everybody. Of what? He is saying Asya Lokasya, of this world, which is what? Consisting of Chara Charasya. Charam and Acharam, moving and stationary. So yatoba imani bhutani jayante. That Upanishad mantra is being replaced by what here? Asipita asya lokasya characharasya. Now you understand? When we chant Upanishad mantra, it looks very complicated. Yatoba imani bhutani jayante. From that principle, from which that principle from which the entire universe emerges. Mani bhutani, living beings, also add non-living beings. Here it's very simple. Asi pita, you are the father of this world. Asya lokasya characharasya, moving and stationary. Next. Tvam pujyaha cha guruhu garihan. Pujyaha. You are the only one who is worthy of worship. The most adorable personality, only person worthy of worship. Not only you are worthy of worship, Pujyaha. So we say no Pujya Swamiji. So Pujya so and so. Why? Because they are worthy of worship. Cha Guruhu, and also the teacher. See, sometimes some of them are what? Pujyaha. They won't speak. If you want to be a teacher, you have to speak. Simply saying that you will find out. So there are some Mahans. Again, they'll come. If you ask them how to know the truth, you go in search of the truth, you will get it. Okay? So either you go left side or right side, somewhere you go, you'll be able to discover the truth. Father, why do I need that teacher? So some others say, keep on thinking, who am I? Who am I? You will know who you are. Finally, you will know you are a fool. So please understand, one who does not adhere to the right Vedantic teaching can never be called a teacher. Please understand. Because systematically the Vedas, Vedanta lead you to the ultimate truth. And why are we in search of this truth? Simply for the sake of some kind of what? Going and finding something, is it? That is what is the final source of peace, happiness. Please understand. Knowledge of absolute reality bestows peace, bliss. So teacher and pujaha are two different things. Somebody is very worthy of worship, very, you can have what? Reverence. But the person may not have the knowledge to teach. So here he is saying that you are both a person who should be revered, adorable, worthy of worship, pujaha, and guruhu. Guruhu, the word itself means one who removes darkness. Ukaro andhakarascha rukarasthannivartakaha. So the word guruhu, the letter gu stands for darkness or ignorance. Ru stands for removal of the darkness. If the so-called teacher himself is ignorant, that person himself is in ignorance, how can the person remove ignorance of other people? And who can be removed from ignorance only by systematic study of Vedanta Shastras. Pariksha Lokan, write down. Pariksha Lokan, Karmachitan, Brahmanaha, Nirveda Mayan, Nastyakritah Kritena. Tad Vijnanartham sa Gurumeva Abhigacche. That's why I chanted this mantra. Sa Gurumeva Abhigacche. Tad Vijnanartham. That Jnanam, Vijnanam. Study Jnana Vijnana Yoga. Which chapter? 7th chapter. Gurumeva Abhigacche. Only by a Guru. And how is that Guru? Shrotriyam Brahmanishtham. Who has studied from another Guru systematically the Vedas and Vedanta Shastras and is established in Brahman. Tad Vijnanartham sa Gurumeva Abhigachet. Samitpanihi Shrotriyam Brahmanishtham. So one should approach the teacher who is a Shrotriya Brahmanishtha. That means what? Not somebody who talks blasphemy, some new creation, inner engineering, art. Shrotriyam means what? Has studied the Vedas and Vedanta systematically from another Guru, who has studied from another Guru, from the Guru Parampara. So, first study from a Guru for n number of years, understand the truth, establish yourself in that reality. Then the Guru himself will say, you are fit to teach. Nowadays, what is happening? Everybody is a teacher, nobody is a student. That's the problem. Okay. So, and people also fools, they don't understand. So, whenever you want to listen to somebody, first know the what? From whom that person has learned. First of all, the person has learned from somebody or not. That's the question you should ask. If the person has not learned from anybody and giving blasphemous statements, ignore the person, reject the person. Guru who? So you are both Pujyaha and Guruhu, adorable and also the teacher. What is that? What kind of teacher you are? Gariyan, superior to all the teachers. Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. So the first Jagadguru was Sri Krishna Paramatma. There then Adi Shankaracharya and all the Jagat Gurus. Today everybody is attaching Jagat Guru to their name. So be careful. So the person should have been steeped in Vedic and Vedantic knowledge. Then only the person is eligible to be called a Guru. Guru Hu Gariyan, superior to all. Why? Entire message of Bhagavad Gita is what? Simply Krishna Paramatma is what? Creating something, is it? Easy? What? Inventing something? Entire Bhagavad Gita is what? Upanishad Saram. Sarvopanishado Gabaha Dogdha Gopala Nandanaha. Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta Dugdham Gitamratam Mahat. So even Bhagavan consistently says that what? It is said. It is told in the Shastras. It is told by great people. It is told in the Vedas. So nothing can be what? Invented by somebody. So should adhere to Veda. So Guruhu Gariyan, greatest of all teachers. Superior. Gariyan means superior. Gariyasi means what? Superior to all the teachers. So most adorable, worthy of worship, and also a teacher who is superior to all. So great combination, very difficult to get. So all teachers are not worthy of worship. How many of you worshipped your teacher in school or college? Have you done puja to your teacher, physics teacher, namaha? Have you given puja to physics teacher, chemistry teacher? No, they are teachers, but not worthy of worship. Some are worthy of worship but will not teach. Please understand. Are you understand in combination? Very rare. Worthy of worship and also a teacher. That is why Bhagavan is unique. Krishna Paramatma is unique. Sri Ramachandra didn't teach. Did he teach? He didn't teach. He simply, led a life of dharma. You have to follow. Krishna Paramatma is great. Very difficult to understand, but really wonderful. So you are both a great teacher and also worthy of worship. And so he's saying, Asti na tvat samaha. Samaha means equal. Tvat samaha, equal to you. Asti na. There is none equal to you. So literally nobody can equal Krishna Paramatma when you consider all the things Bhagavan has done. Is there only one thing as Krishna Avataram? Multifarious. one goes through Krishna Avataram, you will see so many aspects. Again, so he was able to what? Not only guide the Pandavas, give the Gita Shastram to Arjuna, but also what? Tried to establish peace, but peace never happened. And in a very intelligent way, found a way to defeat all the enemies. So or no? Some places Bhagavan displayed his Ishvara Tattvam. Some places behaved as if he is a normal person, yes or no? Huh? So, greatness of Krishna, Paripurna Avataram we say, Purna Avataram. So, there is no one equal to you. Then, he says, when nobody is equal to you, Kutaha Anyaha Abhyadikaha. How can there be someone superior to you? No, please understand. If there's nobody equal to you, there can be no one superior to you. So he's first saying that Astina Tvatsamaha, there is none equal to you. Kutaha. Kutaha means how can there be? Anyaha, another person, another entity. Abhyadikaha, superior to you. Superior to you, you supply. Okay. So there is nobody equal, then nobody can be superior to Bhagavan. So he's saying that you are the epitome of Apratima Prabhava. Apratima Prabhava. Apratima Prabhava means supreme entity whose power is unmatched. Apratima Prabhava. Power, unmatched power. That means what? Nobody can match Bhagavan's powers. Where? Not only in one world. Lokatraye api. In all the three worlds. Three worlds mean extended to all the seven worlds, upwards and downwards. In all the worlds, there is nobody equal to Bhagavan. Why? Because all the worlds are created by Bhagavan. So no, none of the entities or none of the things can be even equal. Forget about being superior to Bhagavan. So Arjuna is saying the true nature of Ishvara Tattvam in this shloka. So continuing. Now he's saying that that's why I told you, no, this is a continuation shloka. Shloka number 43, Pitasi, is a continuation of the previous 41, 42, seeking forgiveness. And so he's saying here in 44 that because you are greater than the greatest, you should forgive my small what? Things that I have done out of ignorance. That is how you seek forgiveness from great people. Shloka number 44. Arjuna Uvacha Tasmat Pranamya Pranidhaya Kayam Prasadaye Tvamahamishamidhyam Piteva Putrasya Sakheva Sakhyuhu Priya Priyayarhasi Deva Sodhum.
Arjuna Vacha Tasmat Pranamya Pranidhaya Kayam Prasadaye Tvamahamishamidhyam Piteva Putrasya Sakheva Sakhyuhu Priya Priyar Yarhasi Deva Sodhum.
Very good. Sukadara. Chant now. Arjuna Uvacha Tasmat Pranamya Pranidhaya Kayam Prasadaye Tvamahamishamidhyam Piteva Putrasya Sakheva Sakhyuhu Priya Priyayarhasi Deva Sodhum. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So he's saying, therefore, why therefore? Connect to previous sloka. Pitasi lokasya characharasya tasmat. So, because you are the father of everybody, nobody is equal to you, you are greater than the greatest, you are worshipable, pujyaha, also Gurur Gariyan, greatest teacher. So, tasmat should be connected to all the words that Arjuna spoke in sloka number 43. Therefore, saluting and prostrating my physical body. It means what? Sashtanga Namaskaram Arjuna has done now. He is prostrating to Bhagavan, doing Namaskaram. Says, I am what? Propitiating you. It means what? I am surrendering to you. Who are you? Most adorable Lord. Idyam, the word idiom, write down. Idyam means adorable, worshipable, extremely reverential. Bhagavan. So what you should forgive me is compelling Bhagavan that you should forgive me. Forgive me for what? All the offenses I have spoken with disrespect. I have called you by different names. I have made parihasam. Means what? In jest. In what? I made fun of you. All that you should forgive me. How should you forgive me? Just like a father forgives the son. Generally, if you make a mistake, you seek forgiveness. Father should forgive the son. Or a friend will forgive another friend sometimes, right? Maaf kar do bhai. He'll say, no, please forgive me. So, friend forgives another friend. Or sometimes husband will forgive the wife. Hopefully, nowadays I hear more and more fighting is there. Should not fight. Okay. So, giving different examples, and let us see in more detail in the next class. We'll be finishing this section 36 to 45. The next class we'll go through all the what? E-book notes. Okay. And we will see the details and digest this set of slokas well with the help of the ebook in the next class. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Krishna 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 Shubhamastu Samasta Sanmangalani Bhaktyata Hari Om. So, who has not downloaded, please download the ebook of the 11th chapter. Very useful to study systematically, understand and digest. Also, download the PVA books. To be extremely useful for you to understand systematically. Up to 10 chapters available now. Narayana Narayana.